All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings of the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakathum. And this is going to be a quick review in the news to see what the current events are going on in the earth, which the men of the Lord are supposed to do, all right, as we're to be an alarm, all right, we're to be a warning, all right, to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? That's the number one priority, all right? And if your mind is occupied in anything else, especially at this stage in the game, all right, that there's leaven in you, okay? And just remember, all right, when when you put leaven in bread, all right, and then you apply heat to it, okay, it rapidly expands, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to get too big for your britches when all hell breaks loose because there's leaven in you, all right? You have to examine yourself daily and be locked in into the spirit. Anyway, as a matter of fact, I was holding Romans 13, but let me just read Habakkuk real quick. The second chapter, verse 1, it says, I will stand up on my watch, and I will set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Okay? And a lot of you are tired of us going over and over. The same things are happening in the news, but that's okay. That's fine. You know, just go back into the world and die. All right? Go watch Love and Hip Hop. Okay, and roll you a backwood and wait for the missiles to come, man. All right? This is for the elect. Verse 2, it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right, that's what we're doing. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it. All right, and so a lot of you guys got tired, you got lazy, and Apostle Hard did a video about there's hope for you. Or he's being a bit facetious about you going to these 4 countries that you can just escape from, and that's not a bad idea if you were once in the truth and you were so arrogant that you let your patience run out to the point where you just forsook the holy scriptures, man, and the commandment of the Lord. Okay, it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And that's what a lot of people don't that's what's bugging a lot of people. Okay, even people that were never in the faith, even heathen, they know we're basically at the end. Look at some of these headlines here, man. All right, ex-Justice Secretary calls for a COVID fine amnesty. Okay, it says UK Justice Secretary who oversaw the courts during the pandemic says we need an amnesty for the more than 29,000 people given criminal convictions for breaking the rules during that time. All right, so now, you know, they found out that it was all bullshit. They basically did a controlled demolition of the economy. That was the beginning of it in 2020. All right. You're wondering why what's going on. They printed all of this money, yet you're poor as hell, and the prices are going up. All right. You've lost equity in your homes. Okay. You know, your car breaks down. You can't afford the parts. You know, we go through that, but we're not shocked by it. We understand what comes with serving the Lord. All right. And so these are all signs, man. These should all be warning bells to you, man. All right. Wow, look at this. Russia rescues hundreds of Drini victims. You can see this word here. I can't highlight it, but it starts with an A. Oh, I clicked on it. All right, this word right here. Russia rescues hundreds of Drini victims destined for Washington, D.C. All right. Vladimir Putin has vowed to dismantle. Now, some of these you got to watch and be careful, what the sources are on these things. But we understand that this is more than likely what's going on. Okay. And it says supply chain as news breaks that Russian forces have liberated 50 imprisoned emaciated children. All right. From a farm near Shastka, Ukraine, and that makes sense because Ukraine is a hotbed for certain trafficking, man. All right, and it's really easy to hide these things in a war-torn region. Okay, lots of people are not. Most people are not questioning things. They're not investigating things. Essentially the military is in charge. And they're in charge of their own investigations. Militaries have their own courts and everything. Okay, so it's not shocking at all. Okay, and I believe Putin is going to play an instrumental role on exposing a lot of these devils, man. When the scriptures say, "I made Esau bare," all right. What's that? Jeremiah 50 and 10. No, 49 and 10. Yeah, but I have made Esau bare, and I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Okay? So everybody that's with him, man, because it's not just the people in the government. It's a whole ring of these people, man. All right? And the Lord is going to do that at the hand of your enemies, which are your own people, by the way. Okay? Now you should know that we're basically at the end here. Okay? But like, goodness, man. This won't be too long. I'm just going through these. Okay? Just a reminder of what time it is. All right? WEF founder told young global leaders their brains will be replicated with AI when they die. So they're just gonna take your likeness, all right, and reproduce it without your permission. All right. That shows you, man, we are in some extremely dark times. And the worst part is these people walking around like nothing is going on, like nothing is happening, like World War III is not on the horizon here. All right. Look, documentary claims feds are building detention facilities in every state. We've been talking about that for years, man. Years and years and years. All right. Whoops. I didn't mean to click on that. Well, look at that. CIA agent admits deep state plotting a double F just in time for the election. All right. And I believe that, man, because they're like Joe Biden's supposed to have a debate, I think at the end of the month, maybe even next week. I think that's what it was scheduled for. And he might not even make it to that, man, let alone November. Okay. So they're either going to replace that guy or they're going to do something to basically skip this election. All right. That's what I believe, and that's going to cause a lot of problems here stateside, man. Okay, and those issues that happen in America, they always have ripple effects across the global world at large because the vast majority of people are holding what? U.S. dollars, man. So their pockets are going to be impacted no matter what. Okay, their security is going to be impacted. Why? Because a lot of countries rely on the military of America, man. All right. Which backs that dollar. Okay. So we're basically here at the end, man. Okay. Look at this. U.S. ambassador says Americans should rot in jail if they criticize, you know, the so-called chosen ones. All right, which they're not. We are. The Israelites are. The real Israelites are. All right. Look at that, man. That's a U.S. ambassador. These are U.S. officials, man. All right. But what did the scriptures say? Revelation 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right. So dragon represents a ferocious monster, man. Okay. But it had 2 horns, and it said it's compared to the horns of a lamb. Why? Because lambs are docile. All right. Lambs are meek, docile, humble creatures. And that's how America positions itself through the guise of democracy and freedom. Okay. But what are they really? Okay. They got free speech on paper, but what happens if you actually say something? Okay. So this whole thing was a ruse, man. And the scriptures predicted this perfectly, man. That's why we're not shocked that bill HR 6090 got passed. Okay. We're not shocked when we see individuals like this speaking boldly and proudly against the righteous, man. Okay. But they're speaking proudly against anybody that opposes them. So that's how you know that we're basically at the end of this thing, man. Let me go back to Romans and I'll close it. All right. Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. All right. That's the main point. If you sleep at this point, I don't know what's going to wake you up, man. All right. In time, I mean, because everybody's going to wake up eventually. Okay. But those of you that wait until after you're in a concentration camp to wake up, that's too late, man. If you weren't serving the Lord and you're in a concentration camp and you were not diligent, you didn't have the faith, you weren't locked in to what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has required of you, okay, then that's too late, man. It don't matter if you're awake, if you woke, whatever, okay? It says, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. Nearer than when we believed, okay? And that's the message that we've come to give you. And we don't care how repetitive it is. We don't care if it rubs you the wrong way. We don't care if you think we're being negative all the time. You know, you got phrases like black pill. You know, you can call it whatever you want, man. But these plagues are coming. And I'm not losing my salvation for none of you niggas, man. All right? What's that song, Lil Duval? I'm living my best life. You know? So that's how we feel, all right? The Lord, you know, simply does not want all of you, okay? Speaking about Israelites. As a matter of fact, 2/3 of you are already reserved for judgment. And this is why we move with humility, because we don't want to be a part of that number. We want to be of the elect, all right? The Bachawar, all right? It says, verse 12, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And the men that did this early, and they were diligent, and they were sincere about it, that's who the Lord is coming to defend, man. That's who the angels, I did the lesson yesterday about the angels. That's who the angels are coming to protect, man. All right? The rest of you, if you've received any kind of protection or judgment, it wasn't because you were righteous. It's because, pursuant to 2 Peter, I believe it's 2 Peter, you were reserved for judgment. That's why. Okay? That's why you've been winning. That's why you've been able to scam and sell drugs and get a Hellcat and fuck on big booty bitches, all right, with not a care in the world. That's why you've been able to do that. Because you it's not because the Most High likes you. Okay? The Most High is angry with you, man. You've just simply been reserved for judgment. Okay? Because so-called black culture is not the armor of light, man. It's a culture of death. All right? It says, verse 13, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. And this is a message to the other Israelite camps, man. Okay? Making every feast day a goddamn party, man. All right? Everything's got to be a goddamn celebration with you people, man. All right? Everything's got to be some kind of drama that can spin up views. Whether it's next to a celebrity or trying to cut a Christian, all the damn time, man. The scriptures say you're just supposed to defend the gospel, man. We're supposed to be a beacon out to the elect. If a Christian comes up talking reckless, then cut him. But this old idea, you just walking around the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. All right? He's only concerned with the elect. Verse 14, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. All right? And that's basically all you got. You have a bunch of addicts, man. You have a bunch of addicts. You know, whether it be your Instagram, all right? Whether it be sports betting, whether it be bag chasing. Bag chasing is a demon, man. I gotta get the bag. That's an addiction, man. All right, there's no substance behind it. You get a bunch of money just to hold up a bunch of money on a camera, to, you know. You got the money phone, big stacks. That's why you got money, so you can take a picture with the money, man. What's the substance behind it? All right, that's the age that we're in, clout chasing. And a lot of you about to get straight up drafted, man. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Anyway, Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom.